It is May, that beautiful time of year where we adorn the blossoming May trees, sing madrigals at dawn, and join in the Maypole and Morris dancing on the village square. Wait, don't you do that? Well, that's still how we celebrate May, where I grew up. Now, a lot of our Northern European traditions of bringing in May smack of ancient paganism. The fires, the dances, the posies of wildflowers, the springtime lovers escaping into the woods. But although it's easy to assume that these are very long-standing secular traditions, May Day celebrations are also heavily associated with the Christian feast of Whitsun, or Pentecost, which falls 7 weeks after Easter Sunday. So that's coming up. And although springtime celebrations obviously go back thousands and thousands of years, many of the May Day traditions alive today were only recreated as late as the 19th century. Some of the May Day traditions that I grew up with, however, were already alive and kicking in the 16th century. And 3 of those are the dancing around the Maypole, the Morris dance, and the singing of madrigals. Now, when I was learning to dance the Maypole as a kid, I certainly wasn't aware of its fertility-related symbolism. But somebody who may have celebrated in similar ways and who was definitely aware of those more bawdy aspects was the Renaissance composer Orlando di Lasso. Lasso is a huge name in Renaissance music, and he was an extremely prolific composer. And if you've heard of him, there's a chance that you might associate him more strongly with sacred polyphony due to the sheer number and popularity of his masses, sacred motets, and his psalm settings. But he also wrote lots of madrigals and other secular songs, including his settings of moresche. Moresche meaning his version of Morris, of the Morris dancing, of May Day and Whitsun. Lasso wanted to bring this folk tradition to a higher social sphere, and he succeeded in making these oftentimes explicit, sometimes scatological, and downright politically incorrect songs polyphonic and publishable. Lasso was very aware of the symbolism of the Maypole, and although we want to keep this channel fairly family-friendly, I can only promise you, if you look up some of the texts he set, your image of him as a pious and serious maestro di cappella will be ruined forever. If you would like to hear a careful selection of Lasso's May song settings live, as well, of course, as other works and lute intabulations and fantastic diminutions for voices and instruments, then you should definitely come along to the ReRenaissance concert this month, which will be a celebration of Lasso and of the arrival of May in a program for 4 voices and self-accompanying instruments. I mean, the singers will be accompanying themselves on lute and viola da gamba. The instruments themselves won't be singing this time. The concert falls nicely between May Day and Whitsun on Sunday the 29th of May. And as usual, there will be one performance at 5:15 p.m. and a second at 7:15 p.m. Central European Time, both in our usual venue, the Historic Museum in Basel, the Barfüsserkirche. And there will even be the chance to join in with our musicians in welcoming the summer, as there's a little sing-along aspect to one or two pieces of this concert. So if you live in the Basel area and you'd be interested in joining in or finding out more, then take a look at our website for details. I'll link it for you below. Happy May, and hope to see you there.
Io